So I definitely listen to workout music and radio music at the same time, because if there's commercials on one or a song I don't like on the other one, I just tune it out and listen to the other one. Does anyone else do this? Oh, I gotta get back to my workout. Hey guys, happy Vlogmas. To see this design. This is all a new area, so it's new construction. So theoretically, there's nothing old that you have to rehabilitate or upgrade, but there's still what I would call design flaw. I'm sure the person who sealed it would not call it that. But it rained. There's a rain spout right up there that's draining the roof, even though it's stopped raining right now. And it drains the roof in free fall water that goes right in front of the door to get into the building. Isn't that funky? Like, I mean, I don't know what I don't do buildings or vertical infrastructure, so I don't know what the code is for like draining water and free fall water, because it seems like we don't get a whole lot of rain, but when we get rain, it's a lot of rain. So yeah, you think you would have to route it somewhere down the building, but I guess not. If they were able to like get it approved and signed off from, it's just funky that it routes right in front of the door where people would be going in. And so it's something that, like, when you're in construction, if a contractor finds this in your drawing, they're like, I don't know if you really want to do this. They'll bring it up in what we call an RFI, a request for information. And generally at that time, you can choose to reroute it somewhere else. And that's why you have engineers and architects on staff and like on site to deal with those issues as they come up during construction. This is actually a super cute building. It's an older building on the east side that they do events here. They'll have like pop-up shops. I've seen weddings here. It's very cute. But anyway, yeah, I thought that was funky, so I was going to show you that. And then there's one more thing up here that I want to show you that I drove past as well. That is also a funky design for this being newly graded and paved and built up. So I'll show it to you here in a second. This is the other area that's a funky design. And what's funky about it is that there is a creek nearby. And so I'm sure they tried to route it to the creek. Well, I don't know, because this is a low area, and you would typically grade it down into like where that creek is over there. So it's hard to tell if they just messed up in the grading or if they missed this in the design, that this was a low area. So anybody can go online and get the geospatial data for like surface elevations here. You can just go online, download the shape files, and then you know the topography. And so when you're doing land development, which is like little, you know, communities and things like this, that's what they would call land development, you would design to run off this water, because it's not only is it a safety hazard here, but it also will collect like surface contaminants right there. And so you would want to take it to a stormwater quality basin or something where you can filter the water out, collect contaminants, and safely drain off that water. So it's interesting to me that it's here and it's such a new area and they didn't catch that in the design, because it doesn't look like there's a culvert or something that's just stopped up and needs to be maintained. It looks like that was how it was built. And we don't often get these huge storms, so it's not that big of a deal. It's probably, if they did catch it, it might have been something that they said, well, this is going to happen once a year and it's just going to happen once a year. And we'd rather that than over design it and overpay for fixing this than to just, you know, do it right, which sometimes is the decision that you make. It's not always easy to to make these decisions, because it always comes down to personality. It comes down to personality, because you'll have the people that are super analytical, that want to fix it and do it right the first time. And then you'll have the people that are more of like the director style mentality, that are doing more of like that cost risk analysis, which tends to be more of how I approach things. So yeah, I don't know how I would have designed that, but there's a lot of water sitting there, and you know, if there are a lot of spots like that over the, you know, around the city, it could really become an issue with traffic and like things getting backed up, and yeah, just safety all over the city. So, but it's one spot, and so yeah, I thought that was funny, and I wanted to show you that. This is kind of the new development on 5th Street, East 5th. All of the little shops are kind of, well, there's like Chipotle and the major ones, but Juice Land's like a little local shop. That they have places all over the town. There's a Snooze eatery for brunch, which is really popular. I think it's Denver. They're headquartered in Denver. Yeah, Brew and Brew is a coffee and coffee and beer place, and that tends to get like a lot of the bicyclist crowd. It is a local favorite. I don't go there too often, but people used to work from there a lot. It's just a really dark place to kind of work during the day, which is probably why I stay away from there. But it's cute. There's like these little areas, common spaces for people to go outside. I see like outdoor workouts there occasionally. I'm not down here very often, but it's cute, especially to live around here and to like have access and be able to walk there if I wanted to. It'd be a bit of a hike, but I could walk there. So I drove my moped to get here today, even in the rain. That's why I'm wearing my CH2M Hill rain jacket. These poor guys are moving out of this door with the water falling right in front of them. Yeah, but it's a fun little area here on the east side.